If you're that person who's afraid to post and afraid of what their friends and family are going to think of them, and then you scroll in your social media feed and you see the person who is literally putting less energy and less effort into their content, and if that doesn't make you annoyed, I don't know what will. So let me rephrase. And the truth is, every single influencer that you've admired, that you've looked up to at some point, was quite literally at one point in time a literal nobody who had no audience, no skills, no anything, no backing, and they got themselves to where they are today. And you don't think that you can get where you want to be for what reason? And the difference between where that person is from where they were today is not necessarily comparing them to someone else, but it's taking something that they think is challenging or a goal that they have in mind in general, and they did it anyways. And it actually worked out for them in a way where they could be successful for themselves. And that's what I found myself kind of overthinking the process on of starting a social media account. Then you get traction, and then it's kind of what now? And that can definitely be a part of self sabotage some people have, but it could also just be an underlying thing where as though you've reached the audience, but you want to make sure you keep the audience. For example, if you've posting content, then let's say you wind up with 20 clients and then you don't post any of the clients that you've worked with or helped or to transform, then you're leaving even more money on the table in terms of how far things could go and really not stopping when things are finally getting to that point of success. This is something that will have to be an entirely different video on of how to continue in spite of your mind wanting to self sabotage or wanting to stop the process of when things are getting great or you've had a breakthrough and things are going as you wanted them to go. But that's the attention part of how much it is becoming quite literally your printing money is becoming quite very real. And let's say that your rent is due, we have to stop acting like attention and posting on social media is something that is just for influencers. It is not something that's just for influencers, it's something for even small creators, it's something for people who just need to get themselves out there and to achieve their goals. I know it's scary, but when the rent is due, you have to make sure that you're able to not necessarily fall to the wayside, but to provide for yourself, to live the life that you desire, and to really sometimes prove something to yourself instead of the world. You're not really proving anything to anyone else but yourself when it comes to posting content. And sometimes you just have to post content for yourself, for the journey of it, for your goals, and for what it is that you want to do. And sometimes just to really reach an audience who resonates with what it is that you have to actually share. And that's one of the parts that attention being currency is so important about because you really reach and impact so much of so many more people than you possibly could have, and really making sure that you're reaching people in a positive sense too. And the truth is, if you have time to scroll on social media, you also have time to create content. And that leads me to the next point: don't let excuses keep you from achieving your goal. For example, before I was starting to film this, I was going like, should I film this content? Should I actually post this video and film today? Because I've been wanting to make sure that I get into the habit of posting and uploading a video each week for you beautiful people. And it's so important to genuinely film and build that repetition of putting myself on my YouTube channel and also to reach my audience who probably hopefully will not necessarily need the video that I'm having to say, but will take something from the video and really take it and run with it. It's and that leads me to the next point that you don't need a million followers. You don't even need more than 1,000 followers sometimes. If you have at least 50 people, just 50, who are engaged with your content, who are active with your content, who like it, subscribe, share it to everybody. If you can get even 50 people to share your content, do you know what that would do? Just 50 people that know other 50 people. This is how people actually go viral. But you don't need to go viral because sometimes the people who you most resonate with are going to be at that 50,000 mark or 10,000 view mark, whatever it is. And sometimes you don't even need to go beyond that in order to reach your goals that you want for yourself. And these it's great to get amazing views and large views, but the truth is we don't need all of these millions and millions of likes and followers in order to achieve those things. Because let's face it, there are some Instagram girlies out here who don't have the amount of money that you think that they have because they are on Instagram. They have millions of followers, but they have no money because social media does not equal money if you do not have what? Products or a service that you can offer, something that's actually valuable besides just whatever it is that you're making content about. And that really leads me to turning whatever it is that you have, whether it be an audience, whether it be skills, whether it be intellect or creativity, and turning that audience that you have and that attention that you're receiving from that into actual value because you don't really want to worry about the money. And the truth is, your future clients, your future people that you're going to be working with, they're not looking for someone else. They're out there on social media and they're probably looking for you. And you want to make sure that you're able to be there for them to find you, for them to want to work with you and actually be able to work with you. And the truth is that having attention is like currency, and having attention or the ability to receive attention is like keeping a Ferrari in the garage and not taking it out, never driving it. And you don't want to be that person who has a Ferrari in their garage but doesn't take it out at all. Please utilize your and tap into the audience that you currently have, utilizing the people that you already know, and not necessarily using them, but to let them know, hey, I have this going on. I'm a part of this, and connecting, because this is the part of social media that is not touched upon enough, is that we're supposed to be more connected now than ever. And just thinking about posting for months and months on end is not the same as actually building that routine of posting and being seen and allowing yourself to be seen on social media. And the truth is that the skills that you have, and if you are not sharing it in today's world, is quite literally going to be may become obsolete in the next few years if you do not utilize and tap into your natural given gifts. And so I know this video is more harsher and it was definitely more direct, but that's kind of the vibe. I'm also speaking to myself in these videos when it comes to content creation and also creative. All of these aspects are not something that I wouldn't say to myself. And they also are coming from a place of love. So if you guys resonate with these videos, definitely comment what your experience has been so far on social media, because it just feels like it's just literally like content currency, brand deals. And you want to make sure that you're riding the wave of your potential and also getting what it is that you desire in terms of your goals for yourself and attracting them to yourself, because let's face it, you deserve it, girl.